Hi everyone, it's Gina from For the Love of Paper, and I'm going to show you this haul that I got in from Italy from Rachel at Roxy Creations. This is a little bit of information about her. I get most of my antique things from her unless I find it like somewhere here in the US, but just sharing this haul with you. So first, I'm going to go through it all and then I'm going to organize it in its bins, because I have like bins of organization. So this is a Florentine paper pack. So all these papers are, let me get this off screen. Let's see if I can put it over here. These are all Florentine papers, and it also comes with other pieces of ephemera. So there's book page, an envelope, postcard, some images, another postcard. I think this is an image here as well. Yep, and then an image. So that's in the pack. This is all the Florentine paper. And then there's also some more book pages. The book pages, this is a single page. This is a single page. So these are not like a open spread, if that makes sense, from a signature, just single pages. And then some ephemera, antique documents, and straw paper, and then some larger antique documents here. I love these type papers like this. And these are all single pages too. They're not like open. So that is all stuff that needs to be sorted in their bins. And then these are the pieces of Florentine paper. I would say they're all roughly about 7 by 10. So I'll just flip through these. I love this one. This is the stuff I hoard. This video is stuff I hoard. I've been using it recently, yes, but definitely strong hoarding material. So these are all Florentine papers. Again, I love this one. It's a different color of it. This one, ironically, is it this one? Yeah, I think so. I actually have this. Well, I see that those are angels. Maybe that is what I have, and I never really took notice to that before. I'll have to double check. So there's that one with these little angels. Again, same print, pattern, different colors. This, I know the one I have has gold in it like that. This, ugh, to die for. Ugh, it's like retro. Love it. There's this one. Some are thicker. This is very thin. This is thick. This one again. Oh, if I could just have a whole pack of this paper, it would be like essential in every journal. Well, not essential. It would be a staple in every journal I make. Get our vocabulary right. Again, that one's thicker. Some are thicker, some are thin. Like these are like bigger sheets that are cut down. I think that's the difference too. Or just even the material, because these could have been cut down as well. So just getting through. Love this one. Is that it? No, there's a few more here. I even like this one. Those flowers. And then this marble one. So the one that I thought looked familiar was this one. So I've never noticed that as an angel before. And I don't think it is exactly the same now that I pull it out. This is the one that I have. I have this roll made in Italy, and I found it at Marshall's for $5.99. So I always check now whenever I go there to see if I can find more of this. But Florentine paper, that's just one I found along the way. So then these I can organize judgment free. And my Florentine pouch. My friend went to Italy last year and brought me back some handmade paper. That's what I have on this side from this shop. So on this side is like handmade papers from Italy. They're like painted papers. And then I have all these other different Florentine papers. Again, hoarding. But I'm going to go ahead and put these in here now. There's no reason I should not be using these. And that's a good amount to add in there. Yum, yum. All right, so those are the Florentine papers. Now organized. Next, there's a book page pack. And I'll get this out of here and then get it off screen. And then this is all different size book page papers. And these are the the ones for a signature. Except for that one. That's a standalone. I'm going to put that off to the side. So this one, yeah, there's usually double. Like 2. Inside of here, like that. So then there's all different ones, different sizes, different textures, mainly rag paper, but like this is a very textured, grainy rag paper, and this one is a version of rag paper because you can still see its texture there a little bit. Just trying to get it to like zoom. There's still texture to this, but it's not as raggy or clothish. So then there's all these different sizes. And again, there's usually 2. Of these. Well, maybe this one's didn't come out. That one came out okay. This one's ripped, but that can be easily fixed. Just again, all different sizes. There are some magazine type papers like this. This is not rag paper. And bigger as you go towards the back. That's single pages. These are single pages. These are signature pieces. So all of these come in the book page bundle. So knowing that, I have whoa, I stepped on the wheel of my chair and almost went for a spin. So these are all the littler ones. This is all a basket of, there's some bigger ones because I was just digging in here when I made that the other day, but fear not, there's more. This is a single piece, that shouldn't be in there. So these are all book pages, different sizes. And then at the very bottom is the bigger ones. So I'm going to tuck those in there. And I would say all of these have come from Roxy Creations. because of the cost of tariffs, I just did one really big order instead of multiple orders. I kind of just waited till I saw things that were a bunch of things at once that I wanted to get, and just purchased a big shipment. This is some really old rag paper here. And this kind of stuff doesn't bother me because it could be just that torn closer to get rid of those spots. So again, these are the book pages. I try and keep the littler ones on top. To be pulled for the littler journals, but there we go. So that's book pages. Actually, I must have just took this whole stack out of there. These get a little bit bigger. I think this is part of it. Just a little bit bigger ones. So I'll tuck those underneath there. So lots of book pages. So that's that one. And then, let me see what else I got in this baskets. Yeah. So then this one is antique documents. And I haven't really opened this one yet. So, definitely save the materials. And let me turn a light on. Another light, more lights. There we go. It's a very gray, rainy day, and it might be getting started to rain because it's still pretty. Oh yeah, it's really early. So it might be about to storm. These are the antique documents. Some of these are singles, and then some open up if we dare not tear them. So just kind of flip through some of these. Looks like they're going in different directions. This might have been, I don't know if this is all one doc or a bunch of docs separate, but they're folded in half. Looks like there's a mix. So then here's more. They're kind of like little packets, if that makes sense. Because here's a smaller one, and then this bigger piece here. March 2nd, 1934. Yeah, March 31st. So these are all antique documents. This is a big one. This is 2. There's this like seal down here. Wrinkled. There we go. So there's 2 there. It's got this nice stamp up here. They all have, well, not all of them, but these ones have these nice stamps. And these are a thicker material, which makes that really nice. I think this is only 1 page here. Look at that handwriting. And just like flipping through. Is that maybe May? January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So since it's an M, I'm thinking that's May. This is a big one. So just flipping through these yummy papers. So these are all classified as like antique documents. Some are more like onion skin paper, very thin. These are thicker. So these will go in my basket of antique documents, which is more of the same. And it goes pretty deep. There's a whole packet here, a few there, a whole packet here, and then like more. So definitely probably need to stop hoarding. But like I said, I have started using them. So these all this is the basket of antique documents, and I don't think these, well, I think those two can go in there. Yeah, those are okay. This is that packet of things over here that was in the find your words, Florentine bundle. Some of these. So now that's all of those. I'm going to set these straw paper off to the side because I actually have a real thick pack of straw paper from her. So I will just add that to the rest that I've got over time. Okay, so now we have, I've shown you book pages and Florentine and Italian documents, antique documents. So this one is, that's not, but this is just like pieces of like ephemera that I use in journals. Some of these calendar books. There's envelopes in here. So this one is more like smaller pieces of documents or ephemera to use. And I'm going to put like these postcards in here, this envelope in here. Okay. So there's that, which is like ephemera. Then I have this big basket of ledgers. This is not from Rachel at Roxy Creations. I ordered this, oh my goodness, a couple years ago now. But it is a ton of different, very large ledgers. Different sizes. Some of them could be like this one, because it's a standalone piece, could be from one of the packets from Roxy Creations, but I did order a big set of these. So those are ledger papers. So then I have this one, which is a couple different things in here. At the very bottom, I have papers. Like these are just big end pages. I have this computer paper, and then this is a bunch of random, more like stationery type papers that are antique or vintage. Watermark paper, old school papers, different sizes. This is an old label, office stationery, graph paper. So this is another one that I pull from. Most of these are all old pieces. Well, goes pretty deep. So I think I'm going to change my mind and just, because it's here, put these in there. And I'll put this piece of card in there. It's probably a file folder that was like ripped in half. She usually turns these into journals. So for now, I'm actually just going to put that there. Then this is wrong things. A pack that I got from like a antique mall or something. And these are all like I was gonna say stamped, but that's not, typed, or old pieces of like crochet paper, sewing patterns. There's some of these like typed thinner, here, like these are pretty, I've been putting these in journals. Like this is pretty thin, that one's thicker. So patterns and stuff like that. So I have this in a bag in here. I have recipes in a sack in here as well. Like some different types of ephemera. There's some type things here in the back. So those are recipes. And then this one is what I was waiting to put this in. This is a pouch of images that I've either got in these packets from Roxy Creations or I've gathered from some of my own things. So these, that's the bigger ones. This is the smaller ones. So this image here, I'm gonna go ahead and put in here. And like these are some other things that I've got with these packets before. And I just keep them all together. So those are images. So that takes care of this bin. And then I have two left. This one is the bigger things. This is something that I got in a box, I feel. Like this big typed legal size document. I don't even know. November 30th, 1952. November 20th to November 30th. It's a trip. It's a souvenir, New York to Bremerhaven. I don't even know what that is. Somewhere else, I suppose. But this was some kind of type thing that was a piece of ephemera on something. So that's in here because it's bigger. So all the bigger things are in this little basket here. These are like weather maps. They're pretty big. So that's in here. This is a big piece of ephemera that opens up. So this again is pretty much, except for that, there's a few things shoved here on top that are from, these particular things right here are from a monthly kit I got in the mail from, I'm not going to remember the name of it. It was like a monthly subscription, but I felt like too much was, like, these are not originals. They're kind of like fabricated. So, and then big magazines, big newspapers, as you go deeper, older newspapers and magazines. So that's what that is. And then under here, this is like my most favorite bin, probably. Not really. I do enjoy it though. So these single pieces of paper, I'm gonna put in here. I'm just making sure that is single. It is. Because this I use for like scraps. I use for collage, decorating, stuff like that. And at the very bottom, there's a big hunk of probably starting about here. All this was like more damaged documents, so I use them for collage as well. And I feel like this actually is bigger pages that should be in that other bin now that I'm looking at it. So I'm going to take those out. They don't need to be in there. But yeah, these are all more damaged that can be used for collage, and the little pieces for collage. All very old antique pages. So I pull from that. All right, now I'll put those away. I'm saving the best thing for last. You might not notice it, but this piece here is like tissue paper, right? But that's what this baby was wrapped in. This I got from Roxy Creations. And again, I was trying to wait until there was enough things that I liked at once. Like the documents were in there, the book pages were in there, the Florentine bundle was in there, and then this book. So this is part of a series. It was like book 6, and it is 11 inches by 8.5. And it's like real rag paper, very textured. And this book was never read, so if you can see, the pages at the top were not opened. So it goes from like 505, and there's 506, 507, 508. So this book essentially was never read. Well, there's one that's separated, but if they're connected like that, then it typically means the book was not read. I think they're encyclopedias. I don't really know for sure. But since this is like volume 6 and that's like the alphabet window, I'm thinking it's something like that. I obviously don't know this. I don't speak Italian, read Italian. But, for example, I just opened it up to a great spot. This is sewn in, as you can see right there, with string. And I purchased this specifically for big paper to use in journals. Obviously, I can find and source a lot of smaller books in the US, which I have a nice collection of, even despite buying these packs, the book page packs, because I like the variety. This will allow me to have big pages for doing the big journals, even the tall skinny ones, because it could be folded in half if I was doing a bigger journal. These are big, sturdy, heavy duty pages that aren't gonna rip 4 pages in a signature. And we're looking at over 900 pages produced from this. Like 903 pages. And I can use the cover itself to create a big journal. So definitely a great purchase, and part of why I was like holding out till they had enough of what I wanted. And you can kind of see how thick and textured they are. So super yummy, great purchase. I love her products. If I could go anywhere to visit or to like travel, it's gonna be Greece and Italy. And this is falling apart, but again, that could be fixed by putting something over it. And my overall intent was for the pages. So with that yumminess, I'm gonna end this video. I have everything sorted now and consider my next journal. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you haven't heard it, Rachel, she has tons of YouTube videos of creating, and she also has an Etsy shop like me. So go check it out. And again, my things are most recent journals still available. The spring antique document journal is still available. So go check it out on my Etsy, For the Love of Paper Co. Bye.